everybody. Welcome. I'm just getting set up. Today we're going to be going over the planning sticker guides from the Happy Planner and just kind of show different ways that we can use them in planning. I will, I'll go ahead and flip in a second, but I wanted to let you guys know that if you miss anything while, I'm going through, or you want to rewatch something again, this class will be available on the Michaels page in about 2 days. So you should be able to see it and rewatch it. And again, if you have any questions, you can type those into the chat. We've got Lila also on here, so she'll be able to answer all of those questions. And if you've got any questions for me, she can let us know at the end. All right, you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and switch. Let me turn on these bright lights, and I'm gonna lift this up just a bit. Woo, okay. All righty, are we on there? Okay, so these are the sticker planner guides, and they do come in all 3 Happy Planner sizes. So we've got the mini, the classic, and the big. These are the newest ones. And what they do is they've got every possible combination of layouts. So each one includes the vertical, the dashboard, horizontal, monthly, and custom. Just to show you, I'm gonna go ahead and pull the big ones so we can take a look at what you get when you open these up. So these, let's see, the first one, when you open it up, has got the layout for a vertical planner. And on one side, it's kind of like a matte finish. On this other side, where I've got the paper, it's kind of like a glossy. I'm really glad they had words here because I've put it on the wrong side before. It helps to have that there. So this is for your vertical layout. So you can attach it to your planner, plan out your stickers, and then transfer them to your planner. So we've got vertical, you've got dashboard, we've got the horizontal layout, your monthly, so you can even do your monthly spread. And yes, these are reusable. You use them over and over and over again. The stickers, I'll show you, you can lay them down, but you can pull them off. And these are called, again, the sticker planning guides. And then one of my favorites is this one. It's just a clear blank page. This is fantastic if you're gonna bujo or do anything that's not a standard spread. You can use this, and I also will show you another way that I use these as well. So these guides, what they do is they help you in planning. If you're like me, let's say you are either new to planning or you're trying a new layout, you stick down a sticker and you've got them kind of stuck. And now you've got to try to peel it off really carefully and not rip your stickers and reposition it. This kind of takes that guesswork and that and ruining all of our precious stickers out of the equation. So you can use this to set it up and visualize where you want your stickers before you actually commit to putting them down. So another thing that you can do with them as well is try new layouts, or again, like I said, if you're indecisive like me and you're not sure where you want to lay the stickers down, it really helps for setting that up. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to do a classic. I'm going to show one way to use these because there's a couple different ways that you can. You can pop them onto your disc and just lay them right over your planner. Or for this first one, I'm going to leave this paper on here and I'm just going to do it separate for this first one. So let's see. I've got my sticker guides. And I'm going to grab 2 sticker books. I've got Jungle Vibes and Colorful Florals. These are new spring releases, and they are available at Michaels, probably at your store, as well as online. And here's my horizontal layout. And you'll notice that, let me just put it underneath for now so you can kind of get a visual. This lines up to the boxes that are on the planner. So when you've got your planner, like I said, you can just pop these on over it. But for now, I'm going to just do the first one kind of like this. So what this does again is helps you when you are planning out your layout. Sometimes I'll plan and I might go back and realize, oh no, I needed more space on, you know, Tuesday and I need to move that sticker. And then, you know, I've stuck it down and it's like really hard to get off. So what we're going to do is just kind of go through how I would plan using these sticker guides. So the first thing I'm going to do, let's see, when I'm planning, I haven't used a horizontal layout in a really long time. So this is going to be kind of fun and challenging for me. So let's see. I love to have a to-do list. In my classic, I've got a section to have a running to-do list. And sometimes like on this layout, there's not really a space for it. So I'm going to use a sticker to kind of create this space visually in my planner. And all you do is I'm going to just lay this right here. If it's Cricut, if it's, you know, I can easily pick it up and move it. Okay, so now I've got kind of visually this on there. And let's see, let's say I want to do, let me find one. I'm seeing zebras, so I'm going to start pulling zebras. This may not be, I'm going to grab my little, I use this tool all the time, and I know I always get asked. This is, officially it was a paper piercer back in the day. I think now people use these as a clay tool. Let's say I want to put this right here. And I'm just right now grabbing things that I think are going to look good in my layout, because the beauty of this is I can move this around. It doesn't have to stay where I put it. Okay, so I'm going to grab this one. I'm going to maybe put it right over here. And then I'm going to move, let's see, let's just grab, I'm going to keep going and grab some more things that will be good for this layout. So this is, again, a tool that you use while you're actually planning your page for the week. So let's see, this is another zebra. I'm grabbing all the zebras. So I'm going to put this down. Let's see, what if I put this one in this corner? And then just to show you, let's say I'm like, ooh, you know what? I don't want these right by each other. I'm going to move this guy. And all you have to do is pick him up. And he's still sticky and you can use it over and over again. So I might put this one now right here. And I might need some appointments. So I'm going to grab, let's say I know I've got an appointment here. And oh, this is I just saw it pop up in there. This is officially called a paper piercer, but when I was at Michael's, they're over in the clay aisle. They're used like for doing all that Fimo clay and that sort of thing. I love these because they're very easy for me to just grab my stickers and peel them off, especially when I'm using, let me just show you really quick. Let's see, I'm going to put something I've got going on. Whoops, see, like, look, I did that like really crazy. I'm like, nope, that's not how I want it. I can just put that under there. Also helps too, sometimes when I'm trying to place a sticker, I can't really see, but this way, my fingers are out of the way and I can put the sticker where I want. Okay, and I'm going to add, I like to layer. And another fun thing with using these sticker guides is you can kind of create your layer and your cluster and then transfer it directly to your planner. All right, so I'm going to do this. Is my running to-do list. And then let's say you've got things like, let's say we've got special events on certain days. So I might, let me grab a today sticker. And maybe a box. Let's grab this one. Trying to get some fun, different colors in here. And again, we can layer using the sticker guide. All right, so I've got that. This is actually designed for a monthly because it's got the little box, which keeps your numbers out. I love to use these wherever. I'm always trying to do different things and create different looks. So let's see, what if we do, well, I'm gonna grab something else from another sticker book. So another thing that's great with these is when you're doing bullet points, it's really easy to, let's see, just kind of get underneath and grab some of these because these are so tiny, and this makes it really easy to put your bullet points down. Let me grab another one just to show you. Boop. A lot of times when I've got my fingers in there, I cannot see if I've even lined them up. So this really comes in handy. Okay, so let's say I've done that. I'm gonna grab some flowers. I thought it'd be fun to mix some like pretty bright flowers with the whole jungle vibes. And that's the thing too. A lot of these colors, if you're looking through different sticker books, you can find a lot of fun colors that coordinate. You don't have to stick with, you know, oh, this isn't from the same sticker book. So you can kind of mix and match. I think these would be really fun because that zebra's got all kinds of fun colors. So for layering, let's say I'm like, instead of sticking this down or instead of lifting it, you could always lift and put it underneath if you want to layer. But I'm the type that does not want to waste even just a bit or a corner of a sticker. So let's say I'm going to layer this. I'm going to cut, and let's say I want it to go across the top and down the side. So I'm just going to freehand cut like a rectangle out, all right? So I've got this little piece that I'm saving. All righty, and then I can visually, let's put this back down, come back in here and put that, right? So now I've got a pretty layered look, but I've still got some florals that I can add to another section of my planner. Like I'm all about using all the things. So let's see, can you see? So we've got like some florals that we're using in different spots. And that way you're not wasting, but it's easier to create some of these clusters. And then I can actually pick this whole thing up and transfer it. So let's say here also, I'm going to go off the page. So I'm just going to snip this off. And I'm just going to add this right to here. And I can maybe put this other little one right here. So it kind of makes your flowers go farther. You can use them in multiple spots and different places. So once you've got your layout, let's see, I'm just going to add maybe a fun quote and maybe a floral over on this side. Again, I've got my little sticker and I'm going to use the full one. Okay. So let's say I'm ready and I'm like, well, you know, I don't really like this over here. Again, let's say I don't even want to use the sticker, it is still perfectly sticky and you can put it back in your planner. A lot of times I've done that. I've pulled a sticker, thought it would work, and it doesn't work for me. So I'm actually going to layer it right here instead. All right. So now let's say I am ready to transfer this to my planner. And you can get a visual. Again, a lot of people will put it on top of their page, but I just kind of wanted to show you a clean slate so you could see. But this is what it will look like. And then all you have to do is peel the stickers off again. Like we said, they're still perfectly sticky and ready to go. And you can do them individually, or like I'm about to try to pull this one off together. And you can just transfer them over. Because I did my cluster a little different, and it's not actually on top of that one. That one's going to stay, so I can add it later. So now I've got this big sticker that I'm going to transfer. Again, this is really good when you're using a new layout, when you are trying something that you haven't done before. I'm going to put it right there where I had it. Move my little guide. And it just helps you in your planning of your page. Another thing too that I've noticed when I'm using the sticker guide, sometimes if I put a sticker down directly from my sticker book and I need to move it, that thing is stuck and it's not going anywhere. Something about putting it on this first makes them a lot more easy to move around. I feel like it takes some of that initial stickiness off and helps with it. So then all you do is transfer these back where you had them. But it's really good for, like I said, being able to experiment and try new things. I know a lot of times, you know, we spend a lot of money on these stickers and we don't want to ruin any of them or lose any of them when we're planning. So let me do this one. I'm going to show you. You don't have to have this tool. I could just lift them off very easily. I've got these all stuck together, but it actually helps when I'm putting it down. I am just really used to using my tool. So, and then my clusters are already created because I did it on my sticker guide. But I've definitely, as I'm putting it down wrong, I've definitely found, look, you could do it without it, but I love the tool. I've definitely found that it makes it much easier to move the stickers when I have already at least stuck them once down to the guide. So now, let me move these last couple ones. Let me get under here. And we'll put our little today. Oops, I'm not straight. But again, like I said, when you go to put them on, they're much easier to manipulate. So sometimes I've even stuck them on the sticker guides first, just for that reason, so that I can move them around if I need to. But with the sticker guide and moving them around first, it kind of eliminates a lot of that guesswork, because I'm sure if you're like me, you have damaged some stickers when you're trying to move them. Alrighty, well, I'm not gonna do the dots right now, but let's see. So this just gives you an idea. So it's really, really easy to kind of create different layouts, experiment, try different things while you're planning, and just have fun with it. I'm gonna grab one more. Let's see, which one do I wanna get? Let's say I'm gonna add a flower right here, because I'm gonna cover up that little square. Alrighty. Okay, so that's one way you can use it, is just grab your grid, put the pieces on, and transfer them over. Let's try a different layout. This one, we're going to actually lay right on top so we can kind of see how that works out. Alrighty, so this is a dashboard layout. And this one, I'm jumping ahead to July. There's tons of amazing layouts, and you can find all three of the different types of layouts at Michael's. They've got different planners available. The spring line for the 18-month was just announced, so you've got those in store and online as well. But what I was going to do with this one is kind of try to use it in a different way. This again is a dashboard layout. So I'm going to grab, where did I just put my grids? Here they are. I'm going to grab my sticker planning guide. And I'm actually going to use this custom one. I'm going to use this. And I should grab a planner to pop it on. I'll do it on the next one. When you lay it right over, you'll notice these lines line up. And it doesn't matter which dashboard planner you have, because they are all, it may be a different color here. It could have, it could have a different word here, but they're going to line up so that you can see while you're planning where those boxes are. And I'm just going to use, this one's had much love. Can you tell? I've used it quite a bit. I'm just going to put this one on right over here. Okay. And should I put that? Yeah, the right side. I'm going to try to do kind of a different layout. Now, just to show you, this is designed as your dashboard to put your errands, your calls, your bills, focus, and what to buy. And then over here, you have a tracker. You could use this for pretty much anything, meal planning. If you're tracking, I don't know, your water, anything, you can track that here. And then here are your daily activities. Now, for me, I'm going to try something different. I'm going to try to use it in another way, because this may work fantastic for you and you may want to use that for that, or you might want to change it up. So I grabbed the good habits. So I'm going to kind of use this as maybe a kind of wellness. We're going to check in different things that we're focusing on, goals. And I am going to cover up that the emails and calls. You can just have one sticker and done, and it can change the whole kind of focus of your planner. So we're going to do that. Instead of to buy, maybe I will put, let's see, something that we're going to, maybe this could be my to-do list. Let's see if we've got any to-dos over here that we can use. And I just grabbed two of the sticker books. This one is the Sophisticated Florals. This one is Good Habits. And I just picked colors that I thought, you know, kind of were similar, soft tones. Here's a to-do. So I can put this here. Now, look, I can see through my sticker guide that that's not going to cover it. So I'm like, okay, what can we do? We can find, let's say, a floral. Let's say I grab one of these. And I can cut it down because I don't need that big of a piece. And that's another thing. These are designed to go across the whole page. You can do whatever you want. These are your stickers. You can change it up. So I only need a little piece. So I'm going to do that. And I'm going to just cover up where it says buy right there. And to do. Now I've got my to-do list here. I can grab some, I've always got my handy Tombow whiteout. This is one of my favorite things. I love using this. You can also use a jelly roll pen. Both of these are available at Michael's. But let's say I don't want to put bills to pay. I don't want that there. I can easily cover that. Oh my gosh, I realized, guys, do you see what I just did? I did it on my sheet. I'm just going to cover it up underneath. Oh my goodness. See, I'm so used to this being there, guys. Okay. Whew, Mariel. Okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and put a floral over here. And you know, I'm going to stick with the peach. I feel like we've got a good vibe going with this peach. So I'm going to put my peach floral. You got, seriously, I'm going to put it right here. I'm going to have it overlap. There we go. Oh, ridiculous, Mariel. Okay. And then I'm going to maybe grab some intentions. Let's see, what do we have back in this book? I want to have some kind of focus, and maybe also something, this one's good. This is a really good reminder. So I'm going to put that here. Actually, I'm going to put it here. And I can change it. That's the beauty of using this, of the sticker sheets. I might not want that there, and I can very easily take it off and put it here or here. But I actually did kind of like it there. So we're going to do this. And then let's see what else we've got. Maybe for my focus, I want to track my victories. Kind of like a, oh, you know what? Actually, this would be a good spot for this. I might want to grab, let's do another one of those little kind of borders. I think that was pretty with the little floral. We can grab some more of that. Here we go. So now I'm going to keep going with this kind of theme. And we can cut this off, right? Actually, I'm going to make it a little longer. Let's see. Alrighty. And I'm going to put this right across the top here. And if I'm like, oh, look, I cut it too long, I can easily grab it, undo it. Because if you're like me, I'm sure you've made the mistake before where you've put it down and covered something up, and then you go to remove it and you rip your page. Why am I not using my tiny scissors? Here we go. So now I can visually see, okay, that's where I need it to be. I'm just going to cut this flower off, and I've got that there. And then I need to cut that one a little. Maybe I'll cut one of these leaves off right here. Okay, there we go. So we've got that. Maybe over here, kind of like a gratitude, I'm gonna record my victories for each day. Kind of like a good way to remember, you know, kind of like they say there's, every day might not be good, but there's good in every day. So you can actually capture all of those things during the week. It's just an easy, kind of almost like a little gratitude. And then let's see, we can have our main focus for the week and have a little box for that. Whoops, and see, I put it too high. I can move it down. Okay, there we go. And then I can even have, so again, like I was saying, this planner was designed as it's a dashboard planner, and it's designed, you know, for your errands and all of those things, but it's very easy to change it and convert it to something that works for you. So now we've kind of customized a planner, and then now you're like, okay, I'm ready to go. You can very easily transfer these over to the page. And we'll do one again just to show you. Now you know, okay, this is gonna go here. And Mariel's silly mistake where she wrote on the actual, it's gonna, oh look, it's coming off with the sticker. Now I've got this whole big cluster. I can transfer it as a whole cluster, or I can take them apart like this. Okay, so I'm gonna actually use this together. I'm gonna put it right there to save it. Again, I'm telling you guys, you will notice a huge difference when you use a sticker guide before attaching the stickers to your page. It really makes it so much easier to manipulate and move your stickers around. There's something about the way that it takes the sticky off, because see, look, I'm moving this and it's not ripping my page. It's not ripping the sticker. And this is a big sticker. So I'm trying to just remove it to kind of show you guys what it does. I don't need to remove it, but I'm doing it just to show you. Okay, so I've got this down. But yeah, you can easily move the stickers around once you've stuck them down on that page. It's like magic. Alrighty, so now I'm putting this back where it was. I've got my to-do. Let me get this one off here. I'm trying to use my fingers, but I'm not used to it. I'm used to using my little tool. It's so much easier for me to see. Okay, so I've got my to-do and put that back. And now my boxes and my goal. So that's an easy way to customize any planner. Like I said, you don't have to use the boxes the way they created them. You can create them and make it work for you. I'm also really big on cutting up your stickers. If part of a word works, do that. There's no rules. Just have fun, right? Okay, and then I'm going to move my victories, and then I will be done with this spread. And then I'm going to show you the last way that I love to use these tools. And honestly, it might be my favorite, one of my favorite ways. And it's pretty much the most basic, easy way to use this. And it's using the custom, which is that plain one I just was using. Alrighty, and I've got, let me make sure I put that back in the same spot. Well, it's a little crooked, but there we go. Perfect. So very fun, very easy way to change up your planner. All righty, and make it work for you. Okay, now, the last way I'm gonna show you is one of my favorites. I like to use the blank sheet, and I have the paper on the back just to show you. Almost like a planning sticker guide. Sometimes if you're like me, you look through multiple planner sticker books to find what you want for your layout. And you might go, oh, I know there's a, orange sticker that says no one will ever be entertained by us as us. I know it's somewhere, I've got to find it. And you're flipping through, or you might see something, and as you're flipping through, like, oh, wait a minute, this matches really good with it. So what you can do is take this sticker guide, the blank one, and I use it almost like a parking lot. So as I'm going through books, I will pull things that match and kind of put them together so that later I can create a layout with it. So you can take that, and when you're actually ready to plan, just transfer them over to your planner. So you can use your sticker guides as actual guides of the layout that you're doing, or you can use it kind of like a sticker storage. But again, it really helps. I'm just grabbing a memory planner layout, and now I've got my stickers ready to go, and I can easily just start transferring them over. So I know these all are going to match because I spent time going through them. It makes your planning go quicker. It's kind of taking that initial planning portion and putting it, you've got all your stickers kind of ready to go. This is actually really good. If hopefully someday soon we can actually, go and use the planning rooms again someday at Michael's. And if you were going to go somewhere to plan, if you're not going to be planning at home, let's say you needed to take some stickers to work, you can easily put the stickers you're going to use and pop it into your planner and then have it ready for you when you're ready to plan. And then you can just take them out and plan as you go. And like I said, the thing that makes this so awesome is once you've stuck them on here, they are a lot more forgiving when you need to move them around. Here, I'll show you really quick on one of them. Let me move this one. This was when the freeze was happening and my focus was I needed to find eggs. Okay, let's say I put this down and I'm like, oh, I don't like where I put that. There is something about these stickers, once you've stuck them down, that they are a lot easier to manipulate. I mean, it's not foolproof, obviously, but it's definitely easier to manipulate than when you take them directly from the sticker book. Okay, I'm like, no, I want it right here. All righty. And you can put it back down. Okay. And then let's see, I'm going to just grab some more here. And it just goes so much faster because everything is already ready for you. Here's another example of using a sticker. This is, but I think this was in the friendship sticker book. Let me show you the sticker books that I'm using for this. This is again, the colorful floral sticker book. And I chose all of the black and whites. So you might, it's misleading, right? Colorful florals, you're thinking is all color, but there's some really pretty black and white florals in here. And that's another thing you might not remember. Oh, you know, I knew I saw black and white flowers. Where did I see them? As you come across them, pull them out and stick them on the sticker guide. That way, there's no question, you'll know, and you can use them. A great thing also is, let's say when I'm finished with this, I didn't use all these stickers, because that happens to me where I'll have pulled out stickers and then I'm like, oh, I'm not going to use that one. And instead of them now being unusable, they're very easily, you can pick them back up and put them in the sticker book. I'm all about reusing. And also when I cut them, for example, I might cut this in half and I don't want to throw away the other half, I can easily transfer it back to the sticker book. I also used the friendship sticker book, like for this one and this one I'm about to use. This sticker book is exclusively at Michael's, this friendship one. So be sure to check it out. It's got some awesome colors and it's just so much fun. Okay, this one is a sticker that's designed for girls and friends, and this says, love my girls. Well, I only have one girl. I have a daughter, and I want to use it kind of in a different way. So I'm going to cut the S off, cut that edge of that banner off. I mean, I could white it out, but I'm just going to use it kind of in another way. So I'm going to, see, this is an example where I need my little tool because I can't see with my finger. I'm going to put it right here. And it looks like it's layered underneath. Hold on. Like a little banner coming out that just says, love my girl. So always try to think a little bit outside of the box with your stickers. And just because it's designed for one thing does not mean you have to do it that way. Alrighty, so we've got this. We've got some extra little floral pieces, but I really love to do this. You could be in front of the TV with a stack full of sticker books and, you know, go through and pull stickers that you think match. Sometimes, you know, I've found some amazing stuff that way. Like I'm like, oh man, I didn't realize this was in here. It totally matched. And I would have never pulled that. I would have never looked for that sticker or even come across it. So sometimes it's fun. And you can even kind of pre-plan a couple of things you could do by color and pull all the pinks, or you could do just a bunch of different ways. So I really do love to use these blank custom sheets and do it that way. Okay, I'm going to cover, oops, no, that's too similar. So let's grab this one.
Mariel?
Yes.
Okay. Someone wants to know if they're redoing their children's memory books, if you have any suggestions or tips for them in regards to that.
Redoing memory books?
For children, yes.
For children. Okay, so a lot of times when I'm memory planning, I think before when I was scrapbooking, I would always try to, you know, capture the everyday, which is what I do in my memory planner. So for my memory planner, these are just little moments from my phone, little things that happen every day that I'm capturing. If I was going back and redoing, or, you know, some of us doing for the first time, I think honestly in my full scrapbooks, my kids have barely, like, I think they've made it out of the hospital into their first bath. That's as far as I ever got. So if I was going to do that now, instead of trying to capture every single photo, I think I would probably go back and do kind of like the greatest hits. I would do, you know, events and bigger things and not focus on as many photos and try to do specific things. Another way that you could do it in an album, but you could also use the happy notes so that you don't have every single day that you're having to record something on, and just have individual dates that you're doing that sort of thing for as well. Did that answer your question? And you can add in, you know, a lot of different elements. You can do your washi, I love to use boxes to do little notes like this. You can add in your stickers and, you know, pattern paper, anything. So much, there's a lot of, I guess, room to do that. All right, I'm going to put this here. So now I've got all of my stuff. And so if, like I said, sometimes I might have, you know, been overzealous in my sticker choices. Sometimes I'm not sure what I'm going to do. But let's say I've decided, okay, this is it. I'm done with my memory planning spread. All I have to do is go back to my sticker book and I can put these pretty things back. Oh, another tip, I'm going to give you this tip because I have done this a million times. You can line it back up. I can like sit here and go, okay, wait a minute. I know this was on this page. Was it this one? No. Does it go this way? I don't know. You know, instead of fighting that, you guys, let's just make it easier on ourselves. I take the backing off. So I go and I will pull all of this off of my page. I'm making a mess right now, but you get where I'm going with it. So I've now pulled all that backing off. Now I'm not limited to where I'm putting my stickers back, and they can just go, and you'll notice when you do it like this, they don't curl up. I know a lot of times I've pulled a sticker off and then tried to put it back and it starts to curl and act really strange and it doesn't want to go back in the book. There's something magical about this that keeps it perfect, and you can add them back in. Look, I'm trying to pick the sticker. Oh, it's clear. I'm trying to pick that one up. And let's say I don't want to flip through the book, but I know it's in here. I can just go, you know what? I'm just going to add all of the black and white flowers that I had, and I'm going to put them back on this page. It also helps because you don't have to leave as much of that white space, and you can kind of fit more things in as well. So that's just a tip that I like to do instead of fighting the little, sections and trying to find exactly. You can do it on the clear pages as well, but instead of finding exactly where it fits, I mean, I can, especially for one like this, it's very easy, but some of those florals are really tricky in getting back in. But like I said, you'll notice that these, the way that it sticks, they do not roll back up on you. And this way also, you're just not wasting a bunch of stickers that maybe you didn't use or that didn't work out for you. All righty. Let's put this one back in. There we go. So again, that's one of my favorite ways to use these sheets, is to kind of use them for pre-planning, for getting things together. And you could do both. I could pre-plan on the clear blank, and then I could get my dashboard and start transferring them over. These, again, are super good for repositioning, for creating a cluster. Like if you wanted to, take something and have a flower and words, and you're not really sure how it's going to lay out, you can move it around and not worry about ruining those stickers and being able to have them for later. All righty, I'm going to switch and turn these crazy bright lights off. Let's switch back. Hello. All righty, Lila, do we have any questions?
Yes, I wrote down a couple.
Right.
First, what type of pens work best for fine or extra fine tips, but do not tear or bleed through the paper?
Okay, there's a couple that I love from Michaels that I use a lot in my Happy Planner. One of them is the Sharpie S Gel, and it's available in, I think, the 0.7 and the 0.5. I also like to use Flair pens. These, I don't know what the tip is on them. It's probably a little bit thicker. Also Micron pens, which I've got up there. They come, I mean, those you can, if you want to talk about fine point, you can get 0.003, I believe. And I did buy the packet Michaels that has from a 1 all the way down to that 0.00, I want to say, is it 5 or 3? It is so tiny, but it's really helpful when you are writing like in your mini planner, or you need to write in a really small space. I love those pens. So Microns for sure, if you're looking for that really, really fine point. But for the most part, I do like to use the Sharpie S Gel in my planner. Now there's also amazing colorful pens available. The Tombow pens are also another one of my favorites. They've got they're double tip. So one side of them is the thicker, and then the smaller nib. I like those a lot. I'm a black and white person in my writing. I'm trying to branch out and use more color more often, but I tend to always write in black. But I love I think they're called the twin, is it the twin tone markers by Tombow, and they have packs of them available as well. If you're into brush lettering, the Tombow Food and Suko ones are really good to be able to brush letter in your planners as well. And yes, right. Frictions are amazing because you can erase. And when I first started planning, that was like my go-to because I was afraid to make a mistake in my planner. But now I just put a big scratch on it. It's fine. Or I put a sticker over it. There's nothing a sticker can't fix, right, guys? But also when you do use the frictions, one thing I would recommend is, if I'm in Texas, any of you that live in the hotter part of the country, if you were to leave your planner in the car, friction works on, you know, friction and I guess heat. So if it gets really hot, sometimes your plans can disappear. And I've had it where I've looked and like all of a sudden a big section of my words were gone. And I was like, what happened? All you have to do, if that does happen to you, is to put it in like either your fridge or something, and it will come right back. It's kind of like disappearing ink, but it's pretty amazing. You would have to leave it in your car for a while for that to happen, but just a little tip on friction, that it does work with heat. All right, any other questions?
There was a lot of questions about how you print your pictures and how you cut them and what paper you use.
Okay, so for my pictures in my memory planner, I always have my printer set up, and it's not an expensive printer. It's just you know, a regular $50 printer. And I always leave it set up with 4x6 paper. I use I think like the Canon matte paper. I leave it in there at all times. I print from my phone, and I use like a photo grid app. And as long as you've got the 4x6, you can have 4 photos. I'm sure I can grab some in a second. And then I just cut them in half. Let me grab one really quick. Hold it one sec. I've got extras right here. This is how I store my pictures when I'm going to memory plan. So I've got them ready to go. Let me give you an example. I think this is an older one. Here we go. Okay. So this is what the paper is. It's just regular 4x6, and I use matte. It's just really easy. I don't have to worry about fingerprints. It's matte paper. I leave this always stocked, because when you do a grid, any 4-up grid, it will be perfectly sized for this large happy planner. When I cut it in half, you know, like this. So I don't worry about it being perfectly straight. I just use scissors, cut it. I'm going to cut one right now and show you, give you an example. I'm gonna cut this up. It's not always like exact, but it is close enough. All right, here we go. All right. And then when I've got my planner, I can then take the photo and put it in right there. I've got a little room on the top. That doesn't, I mean, it doesn't bother me. I'd rather not waste more paper and have just a little gap, but it does fit the width, which is to me important. And also though, you don't have to go in the box. A lot of times I put my photos, you know, kind of off to the side. You can do squares, you can do circles. There's no rules. You can do whatever you want. It's your planner. So I just leave it stocked, and I always print from my phone. And it's an activity that you can do anywhere. You can be sitting, you know, on the couch, like I said, and have it set up and then just start. All righty. Any other questions?
I had 2 more. One was about your earrings, if they can purchase that.
These actually were a gift from Heather Kell. And I know some of you crafty people can make these. It's embroidery floss, knotted. And I can find out, if you want to message me, I'll find out where she got these. But I know you guys could do, I know you guys could do this. It's just embroidery floss and hoops. And I know I've seen all of these pieces at Michael's. So I'm sure they probably have a class on how to do this as well. But I can find out who made these for you if you want to message me. And if you want to, again, my name is Mariel, and I'm Mom and a Girl with Plans on Instagram, and on YouTube, I am Mariel, Mom and a Girl with Plans. So send me a message if you have any questions.
All right. And then the last question was from a new happy planner. Okay. They said it seems that everyone tends to decorate their page first, then add their to-dos and appointments. So I guess they just wanted clarification and how to do that process, because normally people do the before the pens and then fill it in. So
right.
Trying to understand that.
Okay. Yeah. Again, so there's so many different ways to plan, and really, I think the key is finding what works best for you. My process has changed. Back when I first started, I didn't do what we call before the pens, which is where you stick your stickers down and then you add your writing. I always did it as I go. So I would write down the main important plans, and then I would decorate on top of that. What I do now is more of, I'd say like a hybrid of that. So I use my boxes. Like I have pulled all of my little boxes out of all my sticker books. You'll notice so many of the sticker books have these little boxes in them. Like let's say when we were looking at Jungle Vibes, I use these boxes. So I might use the boxes. You can also find appointment stickers, any of these important things. And I put those down first because I mean, obviously the most important thing about our planner is our actual plans. So I do put those pieces down first so that I make sure that I've saved the room for those appointments. And you can write in it at the time. Again, totally up to you. You can write in, I've got this appointment, and you put the sticker down. Then once I've got those main pieces down that are my appointments and my critical things, then I add all the extra things on top. When we were going through the first, let's see, this one, the first layout, I made sure that like the days that I had things like these appointments and different things, that I had spaces to put that. Because again, we love all these stickers, but if you don't have room for your appointments, then you know, what's the planner for, right? So, and for me, the way that I plan is I have a running to-do list. I don't write my to-dos each day because I might do a task on Monday or Tuesday. So what I do is I use a long list. So that's why I put this long column in so that I had space to put my big list and I can check it off throughout the week. It didn't have to be on a specific day. So again, before the pen, you can do that. Or if it doesn't work for you, write the plans in first and then decorate. It's just finding that happy mix that makes your planning efficient for you.
One more quick question that just popped in. What app do you use for printing in that 4x6?
Oh, okay. There are so many, pretty much any photo grid. I was looking for my phone. Hello. Any photo grid will do it. I've used Pic Collage lately. And what I do is I take Pic Collage, I make sure that my format is 4x6, because then when you're cutting that 4x6, again, you'll end up with a 2-inch, you know, if you've got that middle grid. Another thing too, is they've got multiple different grid options. So you can try different sizes, different things, but as long as you set it to the 2x3, which is 4x6 aspect ratio, then you are set for your paper. And again, you don't have to use 4x6 paper. If you want to print a bunch of pictures at a time, you can use a full sheet. And as long as you set that ratio up, you can grid it any way you want. I just, for me, find it easy to have those 4x6s ready to go. I create a little album and I just call it memory planning. And I go through my phone at the end of the week. I transfer the ones that I'm going to want to print, put them in that memory album, and then I open my grid. And that way I have that one album to look at. And I just put the photos in and print. And it makes it so much simpler. If I had to like take pictures, go to my computer, put them into Photoshop, make the squares, I wouldn't memory plan. It just wouldn't happen. I mean, it would maybe happen once and then it's too much work. It's got to be something simple and easy to capture just those fun, easy, everyday memories. All righty.
One quick question.
Yes.
The paper you use is just matte 4x6, correct? Or is there a specific brand you use? Doesn't matter.
No, I just use the Canon matte 4x6. Another option as well, and I believe they do carry them, are the like any of those little smaller printers, like a Canon Selfie or any of those. A lot of those actually, the paper that it prints on, or a zip, those are actually stickers. So if you wanted to make it even easier and it's already sized the right size, you could print on that, peel the sticker off and stick it right in your planner. Those are great for memory planning. Or I know a lot of people use them. You can even, it's a great way to add memories to your regular planner. Maybe you don't have a memory planner, but you want to add some photos in. At the end of the week, you might have some spaces and you can just add those in. And that's a really fast, easy way because it's already adhesive and ready to go. Really quick, I do use Tombow tape runner when I'm putting those pictures down. I just cut them up, run a little bead of this on the back, and it's good to go. All righty. Well, thank you guys so much for joining. I hope that you learned some tips and are excited about using these sticker guides because they're one of my favorite things to use. So if you have any questions, again, I'm Mariel, Mom and a Girl with Plans, and you'll be able to watch this video in about 2 days on the Michaels website. So thank you guys so much for joining, and thank you, Lila, for moderating today. And I hope everybody has a great rest of your Sunday. Thank you so much.